May 9th, Victory Day in Europe against Nazi Germany. World War II might seem like a time and a place far away, but for one woman, right here in the islands, it's not. Elsie Lum not only lived through it, but was so close to it, she and her family became a symbol of Nazi Germany. A warning, some of the video is graphic.
Es spricht der Führer.
Up to that time, I would have died for Hitler. I would have died for him. Now, the first one I'm going to show you is the most offensive in all the world.
82 years old, filled with life and brimming with stories of a past so unlike the present.
The one thing that people always ask is, what was it like to live in Nazi Germany? It says Bremen nach Stunde Null, Bremen after 0 hour.
It was 1936. 8-year-old Ilse Lum, living in the booming port city of Bremen, Germany, was about to meet one of the most hated figures of our time.
There was a Christmas party. You see all the big swastikas. My brother and I were invited to this party.
Invited by Hitler himself. Germany's chancellor had heard about a poem their mother wrote about the virtues of German youth.
Nationalsozialistische Partei, honest, kinderreiche.
That message and their family would be exactly what he was looking for.
The poem was published, and that's when it all started. There, Hitler all of a sudden had his poster family. She worked in Hitler's headquarters, declared himself to be the godfather of the youngest child. My oldest sister was put in charge of all of Northwest Germany for the indoctrination of young women.
Hitler building what he called the master race. 3 years later, Hitler bombed Poland. The war started.
You didn't dare say anything against the war.
And signs of Hitler's most sinister plan appeared.
They would bring truckloads of Jewish women to come and clean the streets. And the women would make a sign that they were hungry.
And that's just part of the story. Ilse also grew up with a very different perspective on the bombing of Pearl Harbor. She says she distinctly remembers December 7, 1941, and her class cheering and celebrating. She says the Germans felt the Japanese, who at the time had not lost a war, would help Germany win World War II. Coming up a little later on KITV4 News at 10 tonight, the turn of events in war and her own life that would take her to a very different place.
Imagine everything she went through.
She has so many stories, and she's so willing to tell them. It was great to be able to reach her.
Wow.